Hello, lovely group. Well, I was just about to go out on my dog walk, and I just thought, just before I go, I'll just do a quick video just to remind you about my book, which is Dying to Talk. Okay, so you may have seen like some of the promotions that I've put on about it and things, but I just thought I'd read you a little bit from it. So the whole book, I wrote it after my mum died. I feel that she guided me to do it, and I interviewed volunteers who had their own stories around grief and bereavement and loss, and I did this just to show that talking about it, no matter how long ago it was, whether it was 2 months ago, 2 years ago, 20 years ago, really does help us towards healing and moving forward. Now, I believe that grief is always part of love. So if you love someone and they leave this world, then it is going to leave some kind of a void in your heart. But you can learn to live differently without their physical presence on this earth. So I'm just going to read you a little bit about a random chat I had with a gentleman. So I've seen this gentleman quite a few times for quite a number of years, and we've never really talked deeply about anything. And a few weeks before this, he actually asked me what I did for a living. So I explained about hypnosis and hypnotherapy, and he was quite fascinated, to tell the truth. So I did tell him I was writing this book. So he said, "Oh, I've got an experience there. Would you mind adding it to your book?" So I've called it Random Chat. So I met a man who I knew and who knew my late husband, and we got chatting on a dog walk. He was sharing memories of when his mother died quite a few years ago, and he said he felt like his heart was being pulled from his chest and broken into pieces. And he openly shared that he really didn't know what to do or how to feel. So a week or so later, he said that his mother came to him in a kind of vision, looking happy and well. And she actually reassured him that everything was okay now. And he said that he wanted to share this with you because it was just as though a weight had been lifted from his shoulders and he felt hope again. And this was just a casual talk on a dog walk. But the man felt able to talk to me, and he wanted to include his story in this book because he felt that chatting to someone casually, even if it's someone you don't know, it can have great therapeutic benefits to some who might find it difficult to talk about things with family and close friends. And I think that day we actually helped each other because it was actually my husband's heavenly birthday. And I think talking in that informal setting, in that outdoor setting that was unofficial and not in a therapist kind of a way, just a chat, really did help us both on that day. Because, as I've put in the book, all the loved ones who have spoken about their loved ones in this book who left, they always live on in your thoughts and in your hearts and even in the print in this book. So by actually speaking about things, it can really help you towards that living in a different way. But us as humans, I don't know, this kind of society that we live in, we don't tend to talk about death and dying openly. And I believe that the more you can talk about things openly and honestly and how you feel can help you towards that acceptance and just that moving forward, because we're all here to live. And when our time's gone, there'll be someone left behind who really loved us, and it will leave an imprint on the heart. But their legacy can live on in lots of things that you do. And to me, writing this book, it helped my mum to live on, and my late husband, and some friends, and other people that I've talked about, like my grandma and my granddad. They live on. They live on in this book, in my heart, in other people's thoughts, because we've shared stories and talked about it. And all the people who I interviewed, I believe that in some maybe small way it helped them too. So if you feel that you'd like to purchase my book, it's on Amazon. I think it's $10.99, or you can contact me personally and I'll send you a signed copy for the same price. So look out as well, because I'm not sure when and how at the moment, but I am going to be facilitating a free grief and bereavement workshop. I do intend on doing it from a venue, but it may actually be online, the first one, because of getting people together and finding somewhere suitable, blah 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 blah. But yeah, just look out for that, because I'm intending to do that quite soon. So thank you for listening to my video today, and I'm wishing you all a really beautiful day. Thank you. Bye bye.